What up, everybody? Modwalk here. We're gonna watch some Let's Game Out. We're gonna react to it accordingly and see how he decides to break Astroneer in this one. Never played Astroneer. I do want to play it. I've seen a little bit here and there, but I haven't really gone full in depth. So this will be the first time viewing it and experiencing it. But I do play test games. I do try to break games on my own, get out of bounds, exploit them however I want or however I can. And I want to see how he does it. Let's check it out though.
Hey there, it's Josh. Welcome back to Let's Game It Out. We're playing some Astroneer today, and oh boy, is this game always a good time. They put us on a planet, and basically we're here to ruin it. Anyway, let's get started. The planet awaits. Oh good, we've been here all of 1 second, and we're already knocking down trees. And look at us, we're doing some instant landscaping as well. You know what really beautifies a planet? Some nice, fresh asphalt.
Well, again, I haven't played this game yet, but trees might be falling down from different animals in the area. I'm not too sure. Because with him crashing down like that, he didn't really crash down. He had a gentle setting. I'm not too sure why those trees are all falling down. So my only guess is there's already animals there and they're destroying the trees. But maybe he just has that effect on games where he just goes into them and they get completely destroyed. Yeah, let's see.
So let's go ahead and take a healthy look at our surroundings. We've got beautiful trees, we got beautiful mountains, we've got beautiful shipwrecks, and pretty much a whole bunch of that. Oh, but we're getting ahead of ourselves.
One cool thing that I do like about games like this is the world aspect of how it curves and whatnot, like the real world. Some people don't believe that. But you have the curvature of the earth and you can actually follow that, especially in space, if it lets you fly around.
Remember all this nature we were talking about? Ooh. Well, it's all ours for the taking, which we do by deploying this little guy. Yeehaw! Deploy the space vacuum.
That's a big gun. Oh, it's a vacuum? That was a gun.
Hello, space plants. How are you this fine day? Anyway, that's great. Get into my gun. And really, nothing is safe from our space gun. Not these space compounds, not this space.
My question is there a limit to that space gun, or can you just keep sucking stuff up until planet's gone? Because if you can, I think that might be a little bit broken.
Macaroni, and these precious things that we're sucking up are the building blocks to crafting.
Resin.
That's right, all of these things sticking out of my backpack, these are the things I use to build stuff. And you might be wondering to yourself, what's this cord coming out of my crotch? That's actually your oxygen tether. It doesn't always stick out quite like that. It's actually attached to your backpack. But if we get too far away from home base,
it
our
breaks.
little meter on the back here is going to tell when we're running out of oxygen. And when it gets too low, well, I think you can figure out
I thought it was the yellow mirror on the top one.
Before you know it, we take the expressway to Respawnville. Population, our fresh new corpse. I mean body.
Do you keep the items? Oh, no, you don't. Okay.
And then we get these little
just
things.
Make more of them?
Yeah. You see how they're glowing? That's the oxygen coursing into our brains. Oh, it just feels so good.
So what that looks like to me is like the Disneyland fences where you have to follow the lines and whatnot. You gotta stay in this fence.
Ooh, what do we have here? A
windmill
thingy, also known as a small wind turbine.
What is one?
Doesn't
Holy
look
crap.
like we can pick this up right now. So instead, I guess we'll just bury it. There you go, precious debris. Have fun in your new home.
Yeah, but won't he need that later?
So the last time I played this
he spit it out?
built stuff on top of the base, like all over on top of the base. So I figured this time we would go underground. How far? I have no idea. We can't seem to dig up this material, but we can definitely dig up everything around it. So let's go ahead and dig out a perimeter around the base.
Does it go straight down, or is it like a sphere?
I think I might have gone a lot overboard. A lot
it is.
overboard. It also turns out
so he's floating
completely underneath this. I mean, how far down can it really be? Let's find out, shall we?
Oh, he's gonna die.
Well, seems like far enough. What if I get like a running leap? Huh?
That could work.
Yeah, okay.
Hey.
I mean, I'm alive, so I guess that's all.
But he's not gonna have oxygen,
with
though.
enough perseverance, we can find our way back up to the top. We don't have much oxygen, and I'm pretty sure we can't reach that again. That's okay. We don't really need to be up there anyway. The only problem is our oxygen.
How do you get oxygen
up there? But don't worry, I have a solution for that too. First, let's get a fresh body that's already on the platform. So here's the secret to this base. This little thing right here. It's the oxygenator. Provides a constant flow to connect to tethers, platforms, and cables. Well, that sounds great. So you're coming with us.
Oh, you can take it?
Easy.
Oh, I didn't know you could take that. I thought it has to stay in the ship, otherwise it doesn't get power.
Whoops. I'm sure it's fine, even though we're not. Okay, now the next order of business is we need to get this thing hooked up. Because
how much time does that have? Like 30 seconds or something?
It needs to be on like a platform or something. But the solution is on our back this whole time. It's called making a small printer. And now we can take this thing and just hurl it on the ground. Oh, right. We gotta plug the thing in. Well, no problem, because that's what making a small generator is for. Okay, and I guess we'll just put
that's pretty clever.
Right there. Why not? And now all we need to do is give it some fuel, like this green stuff on my backpack.
He's pretty much just building his base, but without the base. Yeah, that works, I guess. And then he's going to take it with him.
Ball. There we go. Sweet, sweet power. Oh, and also there's underground caves. This game is magical. Okay, then I guess this is where it is now. Anyways, you can see there's two little prongs that we can plug the oxygenator into. You know, if we could get back up into that hole. Oh, you know what,
he's gonna
though?
die
What if
again.
we can with our amazing mind powers? Yep, that'll about do it. Ah, what wonderful
That's pretty
timing.
good.
Just in time for a new body to handle this.
Wait, hang on. He had full oxygen down there, and then he just died. That's not amazing timing. That's just him killing himself. Yeah, because look, no oxygen, like none at all. He's up there, and he has full oxygen. Oh, he killed himself. 100%.
Do it. Ah, how beautiful. You look like a cosmic toilet. Since we're dealing with
So you gonna
fire,
put on there?
let's go ahead and turn this one completely
Oh, so you had to
upside
build a
down.
platform,
Yep,
put it on there,
that's
okay.
the good stuff. And before you know it, we turn this into this, which doesn't really look all that different, but I promise
They're
you
like
it
little
is.
eyeballs.
Now it's refined clay. Time to refine it into a small wind turbine. Yeah, that'll
Wait, how do you
do.
turn?
Now we just
How do you
need like
make
8
clay
billion
into
of them,
that?
because one on its own doesn't produce much power. Now don't forget, it all has to be added to this thing,
Is-
which I don't think will be.
Is he gonna fill up that entire underside of the island of just wind turbines? I think he is. That'd be cool. It'd be funny, but because he has to make small platforms with them, I think, or he doesn't. I'm not too
No
sure.
problem. Okay, so I might have gone a little overboard. Listen, the important part is that we're supporting clean energy. See? Look at it
That's a
go.
lot.
That's
So they didn't either on the small platform. They just pop up there. He did already have a lot of clay already to build those, but that's a lot of clay. That's like a couple of handfuls of clay. And if he did that on his own, that's like 4 hours of work because you have to get the materials, you have to smelt the materials, and you have to build with the materials. And the building's not that fast. Like that all takes like about 45 seconds or so from what I just saw. So each turbine took 45 seconds. Let's just say a minute, round it up to a minute. That's what, a couple hours of just building. Ooh.
That's what progress looks like. So much of it.
But how much
even when
power is he
everything
getting from
spins
it?
down and fails, we're not screwed on power, don't you worry. If we stumble
Where's
over
the
all
solar?
these rocks and head to the other side, behold,
Oh, it's
beautiful,
solar?
infinite power. You know, until the sun goes down, and then all the
But still, if all the materials are right below him, and generally they're generally like procedurally placed down, so they're always random. If you got lucky with all this material right below him, that's pretty good. I suspect he's using a cheat engine just to get the materials and then saying, "Hey, look, I got him, guys," because that's hours of work. That's dedication if you did it. And I'm split between dedication and just cheating for efficiency. I'm not too sure. Oh, it all fell. Whoa. Okay, again, if he did that and just built everything by hand, he just lost hours of work. That's really sad. But he can pick everything back up and put it back. Oh my god, that's gonna take like 30 minutes to put everything back up there. Ooh. It's still falling.
Huh,
It's
didn't
still
see
falling.
that coming. Like if instead of going around our little planet, we instead wrap it around this whole planet.
That'd be
Well,
cool.
Only one way to find out. Besides, I'm sure this won't take very long. Okay, that wasn't so hard. All we had to do was build this big rail that goes all the way down the planet. Now, I'm not gonna lie, some of it is not exactly a straight line. And honestly, I don't even know how this happened. Anyway, it continues around the planet until eventually we emerge from the trees.
Okay, that's pretty cool. The entire planet's a circle. That's neat. Wait, he's not gonna have oxygen though. If he goes in the train, he's not gonna have oxygen unless the train has oxygen. He's gonna die.
5 stars on Yelp. Mostly fun, but where's the thrill? And then before you know it, you're home. Okay, so that was about 6 action-packed minutes, but I think I know how to make it better. It's called reintroducing an old friend of ours. An old friend called Dynamite, which as a reminder, works a little something like this. Ah,
Oh, that's a
wow,
big
we
hole.
survived. I'm surprised too. Anyway, that's basically what one does.
So
I
you're gonna
guess the
throw
next
dynamite
order of business
off
is
while
seeing how
riding?
a lot of them do. Yeah, like that. Now we're talking just rows and rows and rows of dynamite.
That's a lot of
Just
dynamite. That's a
totally
lot of
normal,
material.
Fun little romp. Dynamite trails on each side. What could possibly be more exciting than this?
Oh wait, besides just placing the stuff down, which again, that does take a lot of time, getting the materials for all that stuff and none of the trees are missing and whatnot, and the entire underground is barren, he's definitely using a cheat engine just to gather resources, which, hey, I'm all for 100% because that would take days of just gathering materials. So I'm all for the cheat engine. Go for it.
So I'm not exactly sure how this is gonna go. I mean, things are gonna go boom, but for this dynamite to go off, I have to light the fuse myself. And then we have a very short amount of time before it blows up. Okay, so let's give this a shot and
So if one blows up, does the rest blow up? Whoa, that was like instant.
Game's freezing. That's more like it. Everything barren and plain, and random floating stuff. Give me basic geometry like this is a game from 1992. Oh no! Well, at least the mountains. What the hell just happened? Was there a glitch in the Matrix? All this stuff should definitely be gone. This is so baffling. Like, you can see the exact moment where it redraws the game back in. Well, there's definitely stuff missing, as you...
I think it redrew the game in because the rendering distance was too far away from the explosion, so it couldn't really do much. That's my thought on that, at least.
You can see. But if you run at it, it forces you upward. I'm sorry. Is the planet fighting back? Because we can't have that. For us, it just
more
means
dynamite.
More controlled bursts until the whole planet goes like this. So,
such a big explosion.
Shall we? Now, my understanding is things will blow up as long as it's a reasonable distance from you.
Yeah,
so
see, it's within range.
Quadrant. Hey, fine by me, planet. After all, there's always
rendering distance. That's the word. It's within rendering distance.
Yep, so far so good. And like I said, always more where that came from. And boy, is it satisfying.
He's 100% using a cheat engine because there's no way he's going to live from an explosion unless the explosions don't hurt you in Astroneer. But again, I've never played it. I feel like the explosions would hurt you. But he's 100% using a cheat engine just to keep himself alive with immortality. Again, totally for it. This will take way too long otherwise.
And we're suddenly in our own personal amphitheater.
That's cool.
And the world just spews forth with minerals for us. Trees, how are you feeling? Okay, good. What about you, mountaintops? Nice to hear. You know, I might be at this for a while, so hold please. Oh my god, that made such a big... Well, hello there, weary traveler. So I've got some good news and bad news. The good news is we've taken a huge chunk out of the planet, like an unbelievable amount. And hey, the train is still here. And golly, is it fun to see the sights now, complete with pieces of land.
Okay, that's way cool.
Everything looks kind of like the Grand Canyon.
Grand Canyon. I've flown over it a bunch of times with students and whatnot, so it's pretty cool. It's really cool when it rains and whatnot, like the thunderstorms, the lightning, and the lighting of the sunsets with it. It's really cool. Other than that, it's just a hole in the ground.
After blowing up so much of the world, we appear to be on borrowed
Which is
time.
what
the frame rates
he
get
did
more
there.
Glorious with each passing moment, and while it's spectacular at first,
my thought on the frame rate is just it's going down just because he has so much items loose on the ground, so it has to account for all that, which I don't think Astroneer probably accounted for that of the item density. It didn't set a limit because, you know, you don't expect your players to blow up an entire planet and you have all these items just everywhere. You should just vacuum it up like a normal person.
there's a point where the game decides it needs more RAM. Like all of it. I'm not even
like he's trying to render it all of it.
You see what I see? Like Astroneer taking up all my available RAM, like over 55 gigs. It was at this point that the game not only crashed,
not too bad.
but it crashed my
I think I got like 128
gigabytes before my computer
of RAM.
Eventually just gave up. So while
So
we
he's
didn't
only
erase
64.
the entire planet, you know what? There's always next time. Maybe I'll upgrade
You
to
can
more
see
RAM
the missing
to finally have a
planet.
reason to.
I do think I could break Astroneer more than he can. I do like the floating train. That's way cool. I would never have thought of that because you would think an explosion would destroy the tracks, but it just stays where it's at. And as long as you make the explosions controlled within rendering distance, I'm pretty sure you can destroy this entire planet all the way down to the core. And then you'd have a floating rail everywhere. But again, that's probably what I would do. So, meh. Cool game. I'd probably buy it, but I'll wait till it goes on sale. So yeah, thanks for watching.